So, all the time, I remind you to ask a question, not just make up a question. What you really want to know. Or when you are quiet, you say, I wish I knew this. That is the real question. Or you say, I wonder how this happens. I wonder why this happens. That's the real question. There is a set of questions that you must always ask to know something. Okay? And I told you a 2-line poem by Rudyard Kipling. Remember that? I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what? And why? And when? And how? And where? And who? Perfect rhyming, right? So you should remember this. So, Aaron's question was, how was the sun created, right? Say it again, loud.
How was the sun created?
Okay, that's a wonderful question. So, there is a long answer in the books, and there is a short answer that I give you. So, sun is a star, right? What is a star? That shines by itself, produces heat by itself, right? And is generally hot. Some stars are cold also. They collapse, lose all their energy, and they shrink, and they are dwarfs. No heat, nothing coming out. They don't shine. Okay? But the stars that shine, there are lots of them, billions and billions of stars. They all look like little dots of light in the sky. So sun is a small, average, ordinary star. It is not very big, and it is very stable. It moves, chucks around the galaxy, and it has a lot of planets and asteroids and comets circling around it. Right? Most of the stars are like this. So, sun was born like all the other stars are born. How? When there is a lot of gas and dust in the universe, and most of the time is created when the stars happen to collide and blow up, and they distribute a lot of energy and dust and different kinds of particles. Everything is spread out, and because the whole universe is moving, so when movement takes place, if they are not moving, then nothing happens. Because they are moving around, so this dust becomes sometimes a little closer and closer and closer, and the atoms begin to merge, and after millions of years, they become kind of roundish, not only in the center, roundish, but everything else moving around it also becomes roundish, and then little planets are born there, some things born there, and this keeps getting until it starts nuclear fusion. So the 2 basic elements, which are lightweight, hydrogen and helium. So they come together, and when they start mixing and joining one another, okay, then lot of energy and heat is produced. And after a while, the star becomes a sphere like this and starts shining and throwing out a lot of heat, radiation everywhere. Okay? So that is how this sun is born. And in the meantime, the remaining little bit of dust. See, in the solar system, there are planets, right? Right, Arun? Listen, there are lots of planets and hundreds of thousands and millions of little asteroids, comets, all these things are circling around. From them, other planets are born because they use up a lot of stuff. They're born. Little bit is left. Some of them come together and make moons, right? Like Jupiter has a lot of moons, maybe about 100 moons. Okay? Saturn has a lot of moons, 70, 80 moons. And other planets have moon. Mars doesn't have moon. Earth has one moon. Venus and Mercury don't have moons. But Jupiter has a lot of moons. Saturn, even Uranus, Neptune have moons. Okay? Sometimes the moons break up and disappear like dust. Sometimes the planets become dust. So it's all play of dust that everything is made of. Okay? So from the whole solar system, the outer layer sphere of Oort cloud, very, very far away. Then Kuiper belt, then outer planets, then asteroid belt, then inner planets. Okay? So inner planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Then asteroid belt, then Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, then Kuiper belt, and further away is the Oort cloud. That is called the solar system. And there is a lot of stuff in it, right? Of all the stuff that is in the solar system, guess how much, what percent is sun? Of everything that is in the solar system, sun is 98 out of 100. Only 2%, 2 out of 100, makes everything else other than the sun. And out of those 2%, Earth is very tiny. And out of that tiny Earth, just imagine how tiny we are.
We're
Right?
like ants for there, like quartz for there.
Yeah, much less. And how tiny we are, but we are big. You know how many atoms and particles are in our body? Oh, you can't imagine. Alright? So that was the sun and the solar system.